A woman looked through a car window and saw herself. Someone who looked exactly like her was sitting inside. Her fiance's call was ringing on the phone right there. She reached out to touch it, but no matter how hard she tried, her hand went right through, because she was already dead. Here's what happened just minutes before. A motorcyclist forced his way into her lane. It caused a crash. She slammed on the brakes and smashed straight into a truck. The impact launched her clean out of the car. When she came to, she thought she was fine. Not a single scratch on her, but nobody around her could see her. Nobody except one man who was on the phone. Just as she was about to call out to him for help, she watched her own body get lifted onto an ambulance. She climbed in after it. This woman's name was Ji-hyun. Today was supposed to be her wedding day. Instead, it had become the day of her funeral. Her soul had left her body. All she could do was stand there and watch herself lying on that stretcher. The ambulance pulled up to the hospital. The security cameras showed no sign of her. Her fiancé and her father came rushing in. She tried to go to them. They walked straight through her like she wasn't there. She grabbed her head and screamed. She watched her mother nearly collapse right beside her, and there was nothing she could do. Then she spotted the man who could see her. She ran after him and asked if he remembered her. He snapped back at her with a sharp question of his own. Just then, the soul of a nearby patient suddenly left its body. Ji-hyun had never seen anything like it. She stumbled backward in shock. It turned out this man was a reaper, sent to escort the souls of the dead. He raised his hand. A silver-gray elevator appeared out of nowhere. He sent the soul on its way. Ji-hyun demanded to know who he was. Had he come to take her to the afterlife? He told her no. Today was not her day to die. This was never supposed to happen. But he said Ji-hyun still had one chance. Within 49 days, she had to find 3 people who truly loved her. They could not be blood relatives. She had to collect their tears. If she did, she could come back to life. Ji-hyun laughed and said that sounded easy. Her friends and her fiancé had both been crying just now. The Reaper told her crying doesn't mean it's real. He took her to a man's funeral. He pointed to one of the women there. She was crying out of genuine grief for her friend who died too soon. Her tears were purple. The woman standing next to her was only crying to be polite. Her tears were red. Only his sister's tears came from the heart. Hers were white. And the other 2 people were secretly glad he was gone. Their tears were black. The Reaper then found Ji-hyun a body she could use. Her name was Ik-young. He told Ji-hyun she had to follow the rules. No exceptions. Ik-young worked nights and slept during the day, so Ji-hyun could only use her body between morning and midnight. Ji-hyun made her way to Ik-young's place. She waited for her to fall asleep. She thought back to everything the Reaper had told her. Then she slowly leaned down and entered Ik-young's body.